So hello guys, this is the man BFP4F here once again, back at you with another gameplay commentary. And in this gameplay commentary we will be taking a look at a new light machine gun for your meta class, the L86A2 light machine gun for your meta class. But before I do that though, I would like to give a few shoutouts. The first one goes to Becker Der Pro for asking for a shoutout in game. The second one goes to Ruzek6. The third one actually goes to Dorkman19, and the fourth one goes to Good Boy Helper. And the fifth one I almost forgot, goes to Don't Shoot Bob. He recently had a birthday, so happy birthday to you. Now I was lucky enough to obtain a code for the L85 before its actual release to do a gun review on it. But as you can see there, the L86 is not one of the best light machine guns ever. I will be going over the stats in this video, but also give you my personal opinion about the weapon. Well, let's start. The L86 has one really big flaw compared to other light machine gun, which is its rate of fire. It shoots at 473 rounds per minute compared to the other light machine gun 600 rounds per minute. And this is extremely slow, especially at low close range. Because of this, guns like the MG36 or even any other gun will be able to outgun you if they have their sights up faster and you guys are shooting at the same time, unless you go for headshots, of course. But because of the rate of fire, the gun has a bit less recoil than you'd expect. But this is not that good because the deviation of the L86 is bigger than I actually expected. The deviation of the L86 is something that I'd compare to not a PKM or M240B, but more. I can't get. I think it's pretty unique actually because I haven't really seen a weapon that has the same deviation as the L86. It doesn't have extreme deviation like something like the M240B or PKM, but doesn't have extremely low deviation like the MG36. But the deviation is still really bad, so what I would recommend is you use attachments to tone down that deviation as quick as you can, because the recoil of the weapon is actually fairly low, as you might have noticed. But at first I thought the gun would be extremely good because of the recoil. But after using a couple times, the deviation is quite heavy, and because of the deviation you have to tap fire the gun, and if you do that, then the recoil becomes pretty noticeable. And FYI, the gun review that I'm doing now is without any attachment, so it's just the stock gun itself. Later on I might do a review with the gun with attachments and see if my opinion has changed, but for now this is without attachments. The damage of the L86 is not the lowest ever like the XM8 AR, but not the highest either. At close range it does more damage than the MG36, but at medium and longer ranges the MG36 does win in the damage department. Now let's talk long range. The L86 has one of the fastest projectile velocities in the recon class, clocking in at a wonderfully high 675, which is pretty good, and especially if you combine it with something like the precision barrel, which would make you have an extremely high projectile velocity, making you not have to aim as much in front of the enemy or even above your enemy if you're someone that likes to play Omen, Dalian or Dragon Valley, and mostly goes for longer range kills. So yeah, let me see. And also the ammo count of the L86 is something really unique. It's not like the it's not like the XM8 AR, which has quite a lot of ammo, and it's not like the M27 IR, which also has quite a lot of ammo. The L86 is a quite weird gun because it has 34 bullets per magazine. And this is not something that I would expect from an assault. It's not something I would expect from a medic gun, but something that I would more expect from a assault rifle. and but the ammo count is accompanied by a quite fast reload time, one of the fastest for the medic class. So that's why you can get in and out of cover with a fully reloaded mag, but just keep in mind the reload, even though it's the fastest of its class, it's not the fastest in the game. So it will still get you killed if you don't reload on the correct places. Alright, now let's get into the recommended attachments. For stock, I would recommend something like a tactical stock, balanced stock, or Nemesis stock. Why that? Well, the tactical stock would reduce more recoil than the stabilized stock on the L86. That's because the L86 is a bullpup rifle, and basically that means a tactical stock would perform better on it. The Nemesis stock, because the gun can have some jumpy recoil at times, and the Nemesis stock would help make that really minimal, but it would come with a nerf in damage. So just remember, if you're using Nemesis stock, be sure to use it with Viper Max or something like that. The balanced stock, because as I said before, the deviation of the weapon is quite bad, and you do want to lower the deviation as much as possible on this particular weapon. For mags, I would use something like Casket Max, Viper Max, Stingray Max, just to buff up the damage and ammo, or just buff up the ammo, so you have more ammo and just a fast reload and more ammo. Barrel, I would use something like Precision or Predator Barrel to buff up the projectile velocity of the weapon even more. And for sights, I would go something like a red dot sight, or if you have an M145 coupled with a Nemesis stock, that could be really deadly at longer ranges as well. But this gun review is coming to an end. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Well, this has been the Man Rep Bigify, and I'm out.